thank you for joining us on a weekend evening. So today we are going to discuss, as we have been discussing in few of the sessions about different antibiotics. So today we'll be coming to not too broad spectrum, which is causing very stress because in today's world, one of the problems, especially in a country like India, where our prescriptions are not very scrutinized, not very standardized all along the country. So, can an old antibiotic be just like amoxicillin plus clavulanic acid? Amoxicillin was basically developing a resistance against amoxicillin at a tremendous rate, and then came clavulanic acid, which just changed the game for us for quite a few years. Those now even that is not useful in many of the cases. So similar in that way is ampicillin and sulbactam. So today we are going to discuss, can it still be used in today's era of meropen and piperacillin? Can ampicillin and sulbactam be used in severe infections? So there have been multiple reports, multiple studies on various types of infection. I'll just give a brief one-liner for each, just to give it an idea. Like for upper respiratory tract infection. Now, upper respiratory tract infection is includes everything other than the bronchioles, the lung parenchyma. That is acute otitis media, sinusitis, pharyngitis, uh, and they are usually mild to moderate. But there are cases, especially in children or many a times in adults in post-COVID era, where if they are left untreated, serious and even left life-threatening sequelae can occur. Or so in such cases, and even if a life is being saved, many cases the morbidity is much. The morbidity cost to the patient, cost to the healthcare. So if you see here, though it's not an in vivo susceptibility, but if you see the in vitro susceptibility, that is in the lab, ampicillin and sulbactam, this is basically what is the minimum inhibitory concentration. So just to make it clear, the lesser it is, the better the antibiotic is. So you can see that, and for ampicillin, like Staph aureus beta-lactam is positive, the concentration is 64. But if we just add antibiotic, the concentration, that is minimum concentration that is required to kill the organism, is 2 microgram per ml. Similarly, I'll not go into the detail, but even for gram negative, you can say for influenza, one of the common causes of respiratory tract infection, uh, for ampicillin, it is more than 256. Whereas again, if you just add sulbactam to it, it becomes about 2. Same with, I would say Morexella isn't, though the difference is there, but still 2 microgram is good enough for concentration. For that, even ampicillin can be given. But others you can see Klebsiella pneumonia, Klebsiella oxytoca, Enterobacter, Proteus. In all these cases, you can see there's a significant advantage adding a sulbactam. And in most of the cases, we don't know beforehand, or the reports takes a long time. So though it's looks good to discuss that for Morexella, I can use either ampicillin or ampicillin plus sulbactam. But in a clinic scenario, you will know that what type of infection is it. So in such cases, yeah, ampicillin sulbactam can be empirically given its efficacy against the major upper respiratory tract causing infection causing organisms. Now coming to post-operative and intra-abdominal infection, which is actually my field of interest, me being an oncosurgeon. Now in a multi-center comparative study, it has been seen that the efficacy of ampicillin sulbactam plus an aminoglycoside with that of clindamycin plus ampicillin plus an aminoglycoside for a treatment of intra-abdominal infection. Now the report was, they reported a similar success rate and almost similar bacteriological eradication. So it appears to be a useful combination even for this. Now, though I've I have gone to post-operative. I have not mentioned it. I will just give a brief mention it that even in pre-op, ampicillin sulbactam is a very prophylactic for head and neck cases. Because as being a surgical oncology, I operate almost all the systems. So in head and neck, I'm very comfortable. Even the data shows that I'm very comfortable with ampicillin plus sulbactam. The only thing we have to make notice that most of the cephalosporins and all, where they need a 4 hourly dose repetition, ampicillin sulbactam intra-op period needs 2 hourly dose repetition. In periorbital infection also, it has been found in retrospective studies that yeah, they are very and then coming to meningitis, another one. Now, meningitis, most cases of bacterial meningitis, adults and children, are caused by S. pneumonia, Streptococcus pneumoniae. They are or hemolytic influenza. Concentration of sulbactam into the CSF is accelerated by the presence of inflammation. Whenever the meningeal layers are inflamed, they become more porous. So when they become more porous, it can reach there. So though infection, it adds to an advantage that we can use a sulbactam. So high sulbactam concentration, which has been found at up to 12 microgram per ml, have been detected in CSF 1 to 4 hours after intravenous administration. So this can be used very well in meningitis patient, where it actually penetrates the blood-brain barrier and acts on the site of infection. And you can see the concentration that has been seen in vitro 0.125 microgram per ml that is required to uh, deactivate or kill the beta lactamase producing strains of H. influenza. And what was the, you can just see what was the concentration, 12 microgram. And here we just need 0.12. So that is about 100 times concentration we are getting there. And maximum benefit is observed at 0.5 to 1. It's still much lower than what we are achieving. So we are really meningitis. Ampicillin, so ampicillin sulbactam with a combination of 400 of ampicillin and 50 milligram per kg per day of sulbactam has been found to be effective and safe alternative to ampicillin plus chloramphenicol in a study. Now, even in brain abscesses, obviously the same logic will apply, and it has been proven in an open prospective trial involving 21 patients with brain abscesses. 16 were cerebral, 3 were epidural, and 2 were cerebellar, including 7 patients with multiple lesions. Now, ampicillin sulbactam with a dose of 100 and 50 milligram per kg per day respectively provided effective therapy when administered for a mean duration of 48 days with a variation of plus minus 10 days. So we can say that yeah, it has been effective in treatment of brain abscesses. Now, we have already discussed that theoretically it should be effective. This is just the practical viewpoint where studies have supported our hypothesis. Now, what are the clinical indications for ampicillin sulbactam? It can be used as a broad spectrum because in vitro it has against the beta lactam is produced. And data from numerous clinical trials suggests that this. Hello, hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. No, I thought there was some disturbance. That's okay. So data from numerous clinical trials suggests that this beta lactamase inhibitor combination is an effective treatment for a wide range of infections caused by gram positive and gram negative aerobic and also anaerobic pathogens. Though we still have metronidazole, which is a very good drug against anaerobic, but it gives an added advantage of even anaerobic infection. So to conclude, it is apparent from the increasing number of reports throughout the world that beta lactamase producing strain of bacteria are now responsible for a wide range of mild, moderate, and severe infection. And for this, you don't need to be a doctor. How many of you have seen that the people are taking plain amoxicillin even for a urinary tract infection? Sorry, for upper respiratory tract infection. Now, minimum people go is amoxicillin plus clavulanic acid because of the same reason, because amoxicillin all alone cannot act against beta lactam. Now, ampicillin sulbactam has been shown to have an excellent clinical efficacy against a wide range of bacterial infection, and also appears to be effective as a single dose prophylactic in the prevention of variety of post-operative infections. Like I told you in head and neck surgeries, the good safety profile of this combination means that ampicillin sulbactam is likely to become increasingly important, probably in the prophylaxis and treatment of wide range of conditions with bacterial infection. Thank you.